Good evening and thank you for joining us here on Channel 22. I'm Larry Harry. Tonight, we bring you the latest updates on the developing Hootin and Hollerin epidemic that has been ravaging the country. And here with the latest news on that story is our disease, drug, and aquarium reporter, Lily Connors, who is currently on the scene with a doctor who knows a lot about Hootin and Hollerin. Lily?
Thank you, Larry. Tonight I am in one of the rehab facilities across the nation that are quickly filling up with those struggling to fight Hootin addictions and Hollerin addictions. I am joined by a head doctor at this facility.
I am Dr. Stephen Cromwell. I am the head researcher for the Hootin and Hollerin epidemic.
Doctor, can you tell me how this epidemic started?
Well, they say that Hootin dates back to ancient times. Some say even to prehistoric eras. Hollerin, on the other hand, is a far more recent development. They say scientists developed it accidentally in 1889, when accidentally combining the substances Hootin with the other highly addictive substance of tomfoolery. This is why they often say that Hootin is a gateway drug to Hollerin.
And for the parents out there who are concerned for their children, what should they look for?
Well, Hootin tends to be a lot lighter than Hollerin. They say that users will clasp their hands around their mouth like this to heighten the experience. Many report feeling at ease while Hootin, but the itch that they get when they are not Hootin is crippling. Hollerin, on the other hand, makes the user far more wackadoodle. It's louder, and doers will sometimes flail their hands above their head like a maniac. It's a high like no other, is what many of my hollerback boys and girls state. However, it's a high so great that users often overdose. Hootin and Hollerin for more than an hour at a time can lead to death.
And these are all scientific terms, correct?
Of course.
Doctor, do you have anything to say to those struggling with addiction?
Yes, I do. To those struggling with Hootin and Hollerin addictions, fear not, for there is hope.
Thank you for joining me, Dr. Cromwell.
I wasn't...
Well, we now turn to a different side of the story where a recovering Hootin and Hollerin addict shares his thoughts about the drugs and how they may affect young people. Wait, Lily, weren't you just at
Thanks, Larry. Oh, were you not done? Yes, I ran here. I am now joined by reformed Hooter Skylar Hampton, who is here to share their story.
Yeah, so it all started one day. Me and my friends decided to head down to the park, and we saw some scallywags. They were hooting, and our parents had always warned me, don't do that. But it was a bunch of hogwash, so we all started. It was great. It was like nothing I've ever felt before. Then it was a rush. Then we all started hollering, and everything was fine for a little bit. But then we were hollering and driving, and all. We'll always miss Timmy, but we were ordered rehab, and it's just been horrible. I'm just so glad I didn't get wrapped up in hootenanny.
Such a beautiful and heartwarming story. Thank you so much for sharing, Skylar. Back to you, Larry.
I don't know if heartwarming is the word that I would use, but it is certainly a story, so thank you for that, Lily. Coming up, local adults get beat up by some first graders at a park, and a man dies after sitting for too long inside of a hot car. Also, a local vending machine is causing some controversy with young people around the campus of the University of Cincinnati, what their thoughts are, and how that could affect the pizza machine's bottom line. That's ahead, first at 4.